Hello everyone, Sheriff Labrador here. Can you guess who we're escaping from today? And by the way, I'm not alone.
Yes, Dobby is here too.
As you can see, we're in the house trapped by the evil grandmother. Our task for today is to escape from here. We need to be quiet so as not to wake her up.
But it's not that simple. Don't let her age fool you. She has built a complex of challenges in her house.
Look, she threw away our photo. It seems she hates us.
Let's start the escape. Oh, look, this is a photo of that old man we've already run away from. Looks like they're married.
Oh no, I hope she doesn't wake up from this. Yes, I remember how we escaped from that old man. Be sure to check it out on our channel.
Wow, it looks like this vent led straight to the attic of this house. I hope that Grandma doesn't catch us here. Oh, she even set up mines.
She probably loves cats since there's a photo of one hanging in her attic. Although, all grandmas love cats.
Why do you think this old lady put us in a cage?
As she probably wanted to make soup out of us.
Oh, look, I just noticed we're at a great height, and there are spikes below us.
I hope we don't fall right into the grandmother's mouth when we come out of the ventilation.
I hope so too. It would be tragic if she ate us right away.
There's a lot of dust in this ventilation. It's driving me crazy.
Oh, look, this grandma is right in front of us. I hope she doesn't wake up right now. Let's jump onto her belly.
Oh, that was unexpected, but it's good she didn't notice us.
Look, are those teeth in a jar? Fee!
I agree, that's disgusting. All right, we need to hurry before she wakes. I didn't even get to finish my sentence.
She's running right after us.
Shoo, what are these snotty green cookies? We'd better not step on them.
She's even farting.
Oh no, she's too close. She might grab us by the tail.
Look, there's a red button in front of us. We need to press it quickly.
This button opened a passage ahead. Let's run there before the evil grandma catches us.
Oh, look how red the evil grandma turned. We should jump next to her.
Look, now she's not even paying attention to us.
There are so many cookies here. I was right when I said she really loves cookies.
The evil grandma is so clumsy that she even knocked over the glass of milk.
Grandma completely forgot about us. She's not even trying to chase us anymore.
Oh, look, it's a giant fan that will lift us straight up.
There are traps along our path set by the evil grandma, but we won't give up. We'll easily overcome them.
I completely agree with you, Dobie. There are no obstacles on our path that we cannot overcome.
Oh, we almost fell back down. We need to be more careful.
Hooray, we've overcome those traps.
Don't celebrate too soon. Let's see what awaits us next behind this door.
Look, we've ended up in some sort of dungeon.
Let's jump on these geysers. I think they'll help us move forward.
Hey, Dobie, don't you think it's getting too hot in here?
I agree with you. It's getting too hot here. Let's get out of here quickly and eat some cold ice cream.
Shoo, the board broke right under us. I hope that doesn't happen again.
Look, there's ventilation again. I think we should climb into it.
The ventilation is dusty again. I hope there are no spiders here.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to see a giant spider here.
Oh no, we fell into the room where the evil grandma is knitting.
I hope we don't meet her here. I wouldn't want her to knit a scarf out of us.
Listen, it sounds like something gigantic is rolling nearby. Oh, Dobie, I wasn't imagining it. A giant ball of yarn just rolled past us. Oh no, we didn't quite make it to the safe spot in time. I hope we can reach a safe spot before the next one squashes us flat.
I think we just had a bit of bad luck with the timing.
How convenient that there are holes in the walls. If they weren't there, we would have been flattened a long time ago.
Oh, I can see the exit. I hope the end is near.
Hey, Dobie, to make it more exciting as we head towards the final showdown with the evil grandma, let's remember how we saved the city from the evil robot.
Of course, it was one of those days when everything seemed calm until the nightmare began. The sky darkened and a giant evil robot appeared on the horizon, casting a shadow over our town. The townsfolk were panicking, and we, Sheriffs Dobie and Labrador, knew we had to act fast.
First, we had to calm the people down and organize the evacuation of those in the danger zone. But then we decided to find out more about this monstrous machine.
We were shocked to discover that the robot was controlled by a deranged inventor who had lost control of his creation. The robot was rampaging through the town, causing havoc and destruction.
We realized there was no time to waste. We needed to act swiftly to save the town. We assembled a team and gathered all the resources we could find to stop this mechanical menace.
We devised a plan to disable the robot. It was risky, but we had no other choice. We had to protect our town and its people.
Using our knowledge of mechanics and some heavy-duty equipment, we managed to create a powerful electromagnetic pulse, EMP, device. Our goal was to get close enough to the robot to activate the EMP and shut it down.
With the help of our brave team, we set up a diversion to distract the robot while we got into position. It was dangerous, but we were determined to succeed.
As the robot focused on the diversion, Dobie and I made our move. We got close enough to activate the EMP, and with a loud hum, the robot started to malfunction.
The giant robot staggered and then collapsed, its systems fried by the EMP. The immediate threat was over, but we knew we had to secure the area and ensure the robot was completely disabled.
Working together, we dismantled the robot piece by piece, making sure it couldn't be reactivated. The townsfolk began to emerge from their hiding places, grateful and relieved.
Saving the town from the giant robot, we understood that the power of our unity and determination could overcome any challenge. Thanks to our joint effort, the town was saved, and Labrador and I are proud to have helped our community in its hour of need.
Did you see that giant pool filled with cookies? She's definitely crazy.
Yeah, but there's a trap here. Of course, it didn't work on us, but it was still scary. One wrong move and it's all over.
Look, there's another big fan here. Hopefully there are fewer traps this time around.
This fan has propelled us to crazy speeds.
I love speed, especially when I'm racing on my police bike to respond to calls.
Oh, look, the airflow from the fan lifted us up.
Let's jump carefully so we don't fall into the abyss.
This challenge room is longer than I thought. Hopefully, we'll get out of here soon.
Oh, there's a new obstacle ahead, but we're not afraid of it.
It's interesting why the evil old lady set up these challenges for us.
I think it's useless to dwell on that. Our main priority is to escape from here.
Oh, we weren't careful enough going through that obstacle course. Next time, we should watch our step more closely.
Carefulness and professionalism are crucial aspects of our work.
These pipes are taking us higher and higher. The main thing is not to fall into that abyss.
I think the exit from here is coming up soon. The key is not to rush, and everything will work out.
It's getting boring. Let's tell another story again.
With pleasure. It was one of those serene days when the sun was shining bright and the town was going about its usual business. But then came the relentless rain. At first, it seemed like a passing shower, but it soon became evident that this was no ordinary downpour. The streets were quickly flooding and panic spread among the townspeople. Sheriff Dobie and I knew we had to act swiftly.
First and foremost, we had to calm the frantic residents and swiftly organize the evacuation of those in the flood's path. It was a chaotic scene, with people desperately seeking higher ground as the waters rose.
Once the initial chaos was somewhat under control, we delved into understanding the cause of this sudden deluge.
To our astonishment, we discovered that a reckless scientist was to blame. He had been experimenting with weather control technology and inadvertently triggered this catastrophic flooding.
There was no time to waste. The safety of our town was at stake. We quickly assembled a team of rescuers and set out to confront this new challenge.
Together, we devised a plan to mitigate the flooding and clear the streets. It was risky, but in times of crisis, risks must be taken.
Using specialized equipment and strategic placements, we managed to divert the worst of the flooding away from populated areas and towards safer zones.
Through tireless effort and determination, we were able to stabilize the situation. The water levels began to recede, and the immediate danger passed.
As the town started to recover amidst the cleanup and restoration efforts, Dobie and I reflected on the resilience of our community. It was through our combined efforts and unwavering resolve that we managed to save our town from the brink of disaster.
The experience reinforced to us the importance of unity in the face of adversity. Together, we overcame the challenges posed by the flooding and emerged stronger as a community. Labrador and I take pride in having been able to assist our fellow townsfolk in their time of need.
Hey, Dobie, enough with the story. Look, there's a giant cookie in front of us. Let's get closer to it.
Let's grab it before the evil old lady comes.
I think it's a trap, so be prepared.
We're sheriffs after all. We're always ready.
I guessed it, but it was pretty obvious. What else could the grandma come up with? Look at how many of her clones are here.
When did she manage to multiply like this? I think we need to hurry, or they'll fill up this entire lawn.
Despite all our efforts, the clones of the evil old lady keep coming and coming.
We've already taken almost half of this old lady's health. It's good they gave us a bazooka instead of a revolver. Otherwise, we'd be fighting for a very long time.
Don't celebrate too soon. We need to be more careful or we'll end up trapped here forever.
I've noticed there are two types of grandmas here. Some die from one hit, while others have a lot of HP.
Hooray, we won! That was a thrilling battle.
Oh, I totally agree with you, Labrador. It was not an easy battle.
Now we just need to get out of this cursed house as quickly as possible.
Wow, what a car. It must be some powerful sports car. It even has cookie wheels. Since we defeated that grandma, it means we've accomplished our goal for today.
It means it's time to search for a new adventure. Hello, dear friends. Today, Dobby and I will be playing the scariest map in Roblox, Doors. We are in for a lot of mysterious challenges, and most importantly, we'll be accompanied by various jump scares and a creepy atmosphere throughout the journey. We hope you enjoy watching.
Yes, hello everyone. That's right, Sheriff Labrador. The fans have been asking us to play this map a lot. Thanks to all the likes and comments. Thank you so much. Meanwhile, we've already passed through 2 rooms.
Dobby, finally, we'll test your mettle. You always say you're not afraid of anything, but on all the maps we've played, you've always tucked your tail in fear. Ha ha ha!
Let's focus on the game, Labrador. I hope you didn't forget to put on a diaper yourself.
Look at how many people are with us. I think they, like us, decided to test their nerves. Dobby, how often do you play horror games alone? I get really scared when I'm by myself. It's always less scary with friends.
I don't really like playing alone either. It's definitely calmer with friends. Plus, you can always chat and share interesting stories with friends. It's strange. We're already at the 10th door and haven't encountered a single monster. Maybe the game glitched?
I don't think so, Dobby. These kinds of games love to wait for just the right amount of time, and then a really scary monster suddenly jumps out at you.
Ah, did you see the lights flicker? I think that's a sign that a monster is about to attack.
What? Where did we get teleported to? What should we do? We probably just need to keep moving forward and not look back. It's really scary.
Oh, I get it. We can't just keep moving forward. Let's be careful and watch out for any signs or clues.
Exactly, Dobby. When the turnaround sign appears on the screen, we need to make sure we don't miss it. I hope our whole team handles this monster, or it'll be even scarier alone. By the way, where is everyone? Maybe they got teleported to a nearby room? If that's the case, how does this monster track each player? Maybe there are several of them.
You mean several identical monsters? That's not a bad theory. Maybe we're being teleported to different worlds altogether.
Yes, we defeated the first monster. Looks like our whole team is okay too. Great job, Dobby. It seems there are 2 doors here and only 1 is correct. Do you remember the number of the previous door? It seems it was the 11th door. Oh, there's no 12th door here at all.
I definitely remember that the previous door was number 13. It seems the girl sacrificed herself for our team. Oh no, she's fine. But it must have been painful.
What's that blue light? Could it be another monster attacking us so quickly? I better just walk past as quickly as possible. It's not bothering me anyway. Looks like it was harmless.
We've already encountered 2 monsters. I wonder how many more there are. Please write in the comments. What do you think, Sheriff Labrador? How many doors will we pass today? Judging by our pace, we have a chance to reach the 100th door and beat the game. I really hope so.
I think we'll reach the 50th door. While you were talking, we met an absolutely identical monster with a blue glow. It seems to exist solely to psychologically scare us with its presence. Such jump scares only work on kids. But we've seen worse, haven't we? Perhaps the farther we go, the more frequently we'll encounter monsters. I wonder if it's possible for there to be 10 monsters in one room at once.
Let's keep going. I think we'll encounter a new monster soon. And here comes an attack. The lights are flickering again. Let's run into the closet.
Well, where is it? Was that attack fake and they just scared us? Listen to the sounds. Something cracked, probably the light bulbs.
It seems like we're about to suffocate. We should have practiced holding our breath. Ah, did you see that? Someone just ran by. It's a new monster.
We've already passed 20 rooms, though I don't see one of our team members. Hopefully he'll catch up if you're not dead. Here's a grill. Is this the end? Oh no, it seems we need to do something in the basement to open the gate of the grill. Maybe we need to find something like a button or a lever.
Yes, I think there will definitely be something useful here. Maybe even a flashlight. I think I see a lever behind the grill. Great. He did it.
Let's tell the guys a scary story with an unexpected ending about how you and I went on a spooky quest.
Oh no, just don't remind me of that. I just forgot.
Once I, Sheriff Labrador, along with my partner Dobby, decided to unwind a bit and accept an invitation to a new quest that had opened nearby our precinct. It was called the Labyrinth of Horrors, and we were assured it would be a fun experience. We arrived at the quest, and right at the entrance, we were greeted by an ominous atmosphere. Dim lighting, gloomy decorations, and eerie sounds. But we were confident. What could frighten 2 sheriffs who had been through so many trials?
As we entered the maze, I was full of determination to prove that we weren't easily frightened. The first rooms were amusing. strange sounds, and flashes of light. But the further we went, the scarier it became. In one of the rooms, vicious creatures suddenly appeared. Labrador seemed unfazed, but I could feel my heart pounding more and more. It was especially terrifying to encounter a huge wolf that unexpectedly leaped out of the shadows. We kept going, and the tension was mounting. At one of the turns, we were confronted by a group of terrifying clowns, their menacing grimaces and sinister laughter making me flinch. I tried to hold it together, but fear was starting to take over.
In one of the last rooms, just when we thought nothing could be scarier, a huge bear with glowing eyes suddenly leaped out from around the corner. Dobie flinched and I felt him wobble slightly. At that moment, I heard a faint sound and realized that Dobie was genuinely scared. I looked at him and saw a dark stain spreading on his pants, which amused me a lot, but I tried not to show it. We hurried towards the exit, where the quest operator greeted us with a wide smile on his face. We pretended like everything was under control, but I knew that this experience would stay with us for a long time.
Wow, I'd rather forget about it forever, like a bad dream. Why did you record it on video? Now everyone will find out about it. How am I supposed to walk down the street calmly now?
Don't worry, you don't get recognized on the street as often as I do. By the way, do you remember the number of the last door? It was 29, so we should go to the 30th. Hey, girl, this way for us. Open this door.
Oh no, she can't hear you. Write in the chat. But you don't have to write anymore. I hope she survived. Let's just open this door ourselves.
Wow, we found a lockpick. We definitely need to try it out.
My nose is itching. That's not a good sign.
Do you see that? There are scary eyes on the wall. Maybe it's a new monster, and you're not supposed to look at them? Although, we would have died long ago. Let's just keep going.
It suddenly got really dark. The perfect moment to scare us. Did you hear that? Ah!
Pooh, that was really scary. I hope you didn't wet yourself, because ahead of us awaits one of the bosses of this map. Seek.
Very funny. You screamed just as loudly as I did. Better prepare yourself mentally. We'll need to run and crawl through obstacles during the battle with the boss.
How do you know all this, Dobie?
To be honest, I've been preparing.
So you wouldn't be scared?
As you can see, it didn't help much.
Here it comes. It's starting. My paws are already sweating. Phew, let's go.
Run, run, run.
Don't worry, Dobie. We got this. The main thing is to stay alert.
I hope we won't get crushed by a wardrobe. Just don't look back or you might trip and fall.
Did you notice that during the boss battle, we also pass through doors because the room number increases?
That's true. It would be nice to make it all the way to the end of the game like this, because this boss is easier than the boss at the 50th door.
The main thing is not to get caught in the fire. Ouch! It seems like I just singed my tail.
Hooray, we did it. Look how we left him behind. He seemed quite slow. Let's tease him, ha ha ha.
Just be careful. The door might suddenly slam shut and we'll be left alone with him.
Looks like he slammed into the door at full speed, but serves him right. It seems like there are fewer and fewer of us, which doesn't make me happy, but it also shows that you and I are doing pretty well. Maybe we really will make it to the last door.
Meanwhile, we're almost to another boss. Figure. Oh, the lights are flickering again, but we already know what to do.
As far as I know, there are two types of monsters on this map that you need to hide from in the closet. The first one is Rush, and the second one is Ambush. The difference is that Ambush can fly by several times in a row, and you can't stay in the closet for too long.
Oh no, Dobie, this guy for some reason came out of the closet too early. I feel sorry for him. He probably blinked and thought the monster had already left. Sigh. Minus one more team member. Well, at least we got his lockpicks and lighter. Let's tell the guys an interesting story about how we saved the city from the cunning plan of a mad scientist to infect all electronic devices. This was the time when we, Sheriff Labradors and Dobie, decided to take a break from our usual work and head to the gaming club in the heart of the city. We couldn't afford to relax often, but sometimes we needed a bit of entertainment too. As soon as we entered the gaming club, we were surrounded by the sound of coins, flashing lights, and excited voices. We headed towards the arcade machines, and I noticed an old machine in the corner that always caught my attention.
We forgot about our work and got completely immersed in the world of arcade games. But suddenly, one of the machines malfunctioned. The screen started flickering and occasionally showed strange images that evoked horror and fear. People began to scream and panic.
We immediately realized that something was wrong. Dobie and I decided to check what was happening with this machine. When we approached it, I noticed a strange device connected to its back panel. It seemed to be some kind of signal transmission device.
While we were dealing with this, we received a call from the sheriff's office. It turned out that electronic devices throughout the city had started displaying similar symptoms. We realized that this was not a coincidence, but the cunning plan of some mad scientist.
We rushed to take action. Our top priority was to find this scientist and stop him before he caused even more damage to our city. We used all of our skills and resources to track down his whereabouts.
Thanks to our persistence and cooperation, we managed to find his hideout in an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of the city. He was attempting to activate his device to cause even more chaos, but we thwarted him just in time.
We arrested him and prevented a catastrophe. This incident reminded us that even during leisure time, we must always be vigilant and ready to act when necessary. And although this experience was scary and tense, we were able to overcome it together, like true partners and friends.
Yes, it's wonderful to be a sheriff and have such a loyal and wonderful partner like you. Here we go, Sheriff Labrador. We've reached the next boss. We need to prepare ourselves mentally because it's going to be very challenging.
So, dear friends, this video is coming to an end. If you want to see the continuation of our game, please like and subscribe to the channel. Hello, dear friends. It's your loyal buddies, Sheriff Labrador and Dobie, here with you.
Hello, everyone. Today, we're going to try to escape from the mad scientist school.
I think we can do it.
Oops! Looks like he's not as blind as we thought. Run!
We've confirmed that he's quite observant. Now let's find out how fast he can run.
Darn it, why is the whole hallway flooded?
Looks like the janitor spilled a bucket of water. Maybe he'll slip on it and hurt himself, which would work in our favor.
Looks like the janitor spilled a bucket of water. Maybe he'll slip on it and hurt himself, which would work in our favor.
I blinked and missed where he went. Turns out he went into the sewer to keep an eye on us.
It's strange how he got down the manhole so quickly. I won't even ask how he did it on one wheel.
You've got me thinking. What if there are multiple robot teachers, and they've all gone crazy and are hunting us simultaneously?
Good theory, Labrador. We still need to unravel the mysteries of this place. For now, let's focus on getting through these challenges. I wonder why they're in the school's sewer system.
You're right, Dobie. Let's get into the zone and focus on completing this. Right now, our task is to hold on tight to these platforms to avoid falling into the acid.
Great! We haven't wobbled once. I think that says a lot, like your excellent coordination. It's clear that your parkour training is paying off.
Oh, whoa! The current is pulling us along quickly.
Ugh, it's waste. Did you forget we're in the sewer?
Of course not. I try to avoid thinking about it and stay careful not to step in any unpleasant surprises.
Haha, what did you forget over there?
He's so close to the goal yet so far away.
Look, we're out of that stinky place. Let's see what other surprises this teacher has in store for us.
Oh no, we forgot to look around before crossing the road and got hit by a car.
Interesting thought. Maybe this crazy teacher actually wants to educate students, but just has a very unconventional approach to teaching.
Perhaps, but in any case, it was a clear demonstration of why it's important to cross the road at a crosswalk.
In the meantime, we've ended up in someone's pool. These inflatable rings are very slippery. Let's make sure not to get wet. We still have the final battle ahead.
Oh, this is definitely hot. Maybe we can find a way around it?
Looks like the developer didn't appreciate our ingenuity. Well, let's just jump over this steam. I think it's pretty straightforward.
You were right, we're already moving on to the next location.
It looks like we've ended up in the chemistry lab. Oh my gosh, who splattered all the reagents on the walls? I hope we don't touch them, or we might end up losing our tails.
We made it through. Let's keep moving forward.
Oops, did we turn the wrong way? We've been here before.
Let's try to find out where we need to go.
Great, it looks like we ended up exactly where we needed to go.
Oh no, it looks like we woke him up. Guys, write the correct answers to these problems in the comments, and let's see if we still know how to count.
Oh, my favorite, the multiplication table. It's definitely 4 here.
What luck we're having. Now we need to look for the key somewhere. I hope it wasn't at the very beginning.
I think I see something that looks like a button. Let's check what it does.
What if it's a fire alarm button and it will call the firefighters to rescue us?
Unfortunately, no. It seems like it just activated the school bell.
I didn't notice him at first. The bell attracted him, and he found our location. But the gates have opened. We just need to speed up a bit.
Phew, we were on the edge. I shudder to think what he might do to us.
Imagine if he had a section like Freddy from FNAF's Security Breach. Brr.
I don't want to think about it, or I'm afraid I'll remember it while we're running, and my paws will give out. It looks like we need a key. It says it's somewhere nearby. Let's find it.
It should be behind this building. Aha, got it.
Nice. I always knew we had a good nose and intuition.
Very curious about what awaits us ahead.
It's been a while since we had a battle. I think there's a lot more interesting stuff ahead.
Well, why guess when we can see everything ourselves right now?
And here's a new character. I understand this is also a robot, and she can cook. Very convenient.
I completely agree with you. Hey, Dobie, have you ever wondered what it would be like if we had robots in real life, like in the game Detroit, become human?
Oh, that would be incredible. Just imagine how much we could achieve with such androids. They could help us with investigations, handle routine tasks, and even assist in emergency situations.
Exactly. I think having such robots would significantly ease our work. Remember when we played as Connor? He was an excellent detective, and his abilities were simply amazing.
Of course, I remember. Playing as Connor was one of the most exciting parts of the game. He wasn't just a robot, he was a true partner. We could use his analyzer to find clues and quickly solve complex cases.
Yeah, that was so cool. I remember us conducting investigations and gathering evidence at crime scenes. The moment when we found a key clue that helped solve the case was especially memorable.
Exactly. And then there were those moments when we had to make important decisions that affected the fate of the characters and the entire plot. It added a special atmosphere and tension to the game.
You know what else I liked? How the game made us think about morality and ethics. The questions raised in the game were very relevant. What is the place of robots in society? Should they have rights like humans?
Absolutely. The game made us ponder how we relate to technology and how far we're willing to go in its development. If we had robots like in Detroit become human, we would have to address many ethical and moral questions.
Right. But despite all the challenges, it would be great to have such helpers. They could assist us in various situations and maybe even become our friends.
Who knows? Maybe in the future, we will actually see such technology. For now, we can enjoy the game and dream about how cool it would be if Connor existed in real life.
Agreed, Dobie. Detroit, Become Human is not just a game. It's a whole world that makes us think about the future. Playing as Connor allows us to imagine what our future could be like.
Meanwhile, we've already gone through enough challenges, and I feel that the final boss battle is just around the corner.
Given our intuition today, this must be the battle room.
Not surprising anymore. I might just buy myself a couple of lottery tickets after we defeat this crazy teacher and escape from here.
He's such a crazy robot that he crafted an upgraded version of himself capable of taking on anyone. But we're sheriffs. We've faced tougher challenges before.
Look, we need to hit his legs with the bat. It seems like that's the weak spot of this robot.
Interesting. Is it really a robot? Or could it actually be a metal suit over the teacher robot? If that's the case, it's a very clever design, but also quite fragile.
In that case, I want to put forward my theory. I think he created a copy of himself, but since he's a robot, he has access to all internet resources. And there, he learned how to transfer his mind into another metal body. It's very exciting.
Hooray! We defeated him. Hey, how boldly they tricked us. Dobie, your theory sounds like the plot of a good movie. I'd watch it. Have you ever thought about becoming a screenwriter?
Honestly, I've always had a vivid imagination, but I've noticed that I'm best at helping people. Plus, in our line of work, a creative approach never hurts.
Let's go! We almost got him. He's got just a little HP left.
He's quite clumsy and slow-witted. We've just been circling around him the whole time.
We finally killed it. Got it!
You're right. We've destroyed him, not just taken him down. Anyway, now the students of this school can sleep peacefully.
You're right, this adventure has been unforgettable. But unfortunately, it's come to an end. Thank you for joining us, dear friends. But don't be sad. Right now, we're starting a new one in a different place. Hello, dear friends. Today we will be escaping from the evil Doghead.
But we won't just be escaping. We need to help the mama cat find her kittens. There are 7 kittens in total.
Don't forget to like the video. Well, let's get started. She says there will be monsters waiting for us, but we already know who they are. Maybe they'll see us and think we're one of them.
I hope we don't find out the answer to that question from inside one of them. But that would be amusing.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
They came out so suddenly, I didn't expect them around the corner at all.
Look, we found a purple key on the ground. That means there's a purple hole nearby. I mean, a purple lock.
We found it. It seems there's a spawn point here for a reason. Let's go in.
Okay, it seems you're right. We need to do some parkour, but if we fall, we'll be eaten by the giant evil dog head.
It's interesting how she got in here, considering the doors are so small.
Oh no, we fell right next to her. Luckily, she's clumsy due to her size. It must be very cramped for her here. I don't think she was put here intentionally. She was probably born and raised here.
I even feel a little sorry for her. It seems she's never even seen sunlight. That's probably why her eyes are red.
Phew, we landed very lucky on another parkour element, so we won't have to go back far.
Yeah, Sheriff Labrador. Luck is one of the main factors in parkour.
It turns out this block falls too. It's fortunate that having good reflexes gives you a chance not to fall.
Reflexes are indeed good, but it seems like it was too slippery there to get a grip.
Yeah, I also wanted to say that I think luck is needed all the time. Not just in parkour, but in life in general.
Rightly observed, Labrador. We've already passed the parkour. Somewhere around here is the lost kitten.
Here he is. Poor thing, sitting in the cage and crying. We need to quickly take him back to his mama cat. He might be hungry.
It seems we're headed into this portal. It wouldn't be cool to go through the parkour again in reverse.
Here's your little one, mama cat. Try not to lose track of them again. Now, let's go find the rest.
I hope this time it won't be as scary to find the key.
I'm afraid, Dobie, they might have gotten even angrier and called their friends so we couldn't rescue the others.
Yeah, let's try going left. Maybe there are fewer of them that way.
Wow, a banana. Maybe it's also some kind of special key.
It looks like it's a lure in case we get hungry.
Oh no, run! There are so many of them that the screen is shaking as they run.
When will we find the key already?
Here it is, finally. We found the key in the door right away.
Oh no, be careful. Go around them along the wall.
We managed to slip through. It's a good thing we're so agile.
I think there's a bone parkour here. I'm afraid to find out whose bones they are from.
Why is there a bone on the left if you can just... I got it. It was a scam.
Labrador, usually when people say scam, they mean an online deception for money.
Well, Dobie, now I know. By the way, what if the bones are here intentionally and they knew we'd come and gnaw on them? Did they think it would be so easy to bait us?
Unlikely. I have only one question. Why did they dress us up as cats? What if they had seen that we were dogs? They wouldn't have been hostile towards us.
Unfortunately, we won't find out because it's impossible to take it off. It's stuck.
I hear some sounds too. We need to get to the source. Maybe it's hypnotism for the kitten.
Perhaps. Here's the source, the head of the evil dog. It seems to be a fake. And in fact, it's a speaker.
It's emitting very strange sounds, as if it's a signal for aliens or a call for other crazy dog heads.
Hooray! Come on, little kitten. We'll take you back to your mom now.
I wonder where the father of these kittens is.
I hope he's safe. And those weren't his bones there.
Here's another kitten. Only 5 left to find.
Let's keep going and search for the keys.
It seems like this isn't a key. Why do we need a toilet?
This is a teleporter. It's strange that it's in the toilet. Maybe we're in the sewer.
Judging by the fact that we just jumped into the water, that's true. Oh, look, it's the evil doghead fish. How does its head not tip over?
It seems we need to somehow navigate around these air currents so we don't get pulled up towards the dogfish.
Yeah, I see a spot where we can swim through. The main thing is not to rush and hold our breath well.
Oops, looks like she can swim. I thought she was just standing still.
Hey, Labrador, what do you think this place is, and how did we end up here?
I have no idea, Dobie. It's definitely weird. Why are Mama Cat's kittens locked up in cages guarded by the heads of evil dogs? And why do we need to go through all these trials to reach them?
It seems they chose us precisely because they know we're the best sheriffs. Maybe these dogheads were once ordinary, kind dogs, but something went wrong with an experiment. Or they were intentionally made like this. But who and for what purpose could create such a strange place?
Perhaps it's the work of some mad scientist or a group of pranksters. Or maybe it's part of some larger experiment. Regardless, our priority right now is to figure out how to navigate through these challenges and rescue those kittens.
Agreed. It seems that each trial is designed to test our skills and problem-solving abilities. We'll save these kittens and uncover the mystery of this strange place.
Hold the kitten, let's go find the next one.
I hope they're okay and still alive after all this time. But I don't think kittens would taste good. Plus, they're small and bony.
Great, another key. The door must be nearby.
There it is. Hurry up.
All right, what's up this time? These trials are really exciting.
There is a lot of dirt and stones around. Are we underground?
Look, we stepped on some strange material and it disappeared right under our feet. Just hope there's no trap like in Minecraft when you dig below yourself.
I hope the kids aren't claustrophobic. Let's make the atmosphere a little less gloomy by telling the kids a story about how there was a feud between cats and dogs in town. But we managed to band together to prevent something terrible from happening. It was a tense time in our city. Dogs and cats were at each other's throats, constantly bickering and fighting over territory and resources. It seemed like there was no end to the animosity between them.
Indeed, Dobie. The situation was dire. The streets were filled with growls and hisses, and it felt like the city was on the brink of chaos. But then something unexpected happened.
One day, a series of mysterious disappearances occurred. Dogs and cats from all over the city were vanishing without a trace. At first, we thought it was just the usual conflicts escalating, but it soon became clear that something more sinister was at play.
We knew we had to act fast. Despite the long-standing animosity between our two species, we realized that we were all in this together. We couldn't let our differences divide us any longer.
So, we put aside our rivalry and joined forces to investigate the disappearances. Working together was challenging at first, but as we delved deeper into the mystery, we discovered evidence pointing to a common enemy.
Hooray! We saved a kitten! It turns out that a group of rogue animals, neither dog nor cat, was behind the disappearances. They were trying to sow discord among us, using our differences against us to further their own agenda.
But we weren't about to let them succeed. With the help of our fellow dogs and cats, we tracked down the culprits and put an end to their scheme. In doing so, we realized that despite our differences, we were stronger together.
How sneaky! There was an evil doghead waiting for us right behind the door. I'm very glad that now cats and dogs in our city no longer harbor hatred towards each other.
I completely agree with you. Look, we found a door and immediately found the key. Very convenient.
While we were looking for that door, we found another key. Since we found another door as well, let's go through this one.
Labrador, I just remembered another interesting story. I always love spending time in the forest, enjoying nature, and collecting mushrooms. One warm autumn day, I decided to go for a walk in the woods alone. Labrador was busy with city affairs, and I thought some solitude wouldn't hurt. As I walked along the narrow path, I relished the fresh air and the vibrant colors of the autumn leaves. Soon, I stumbled upon a clearing with magnificent white mushrooms, and I began gathering them into my basket. Suddenly, I heard a strange noise coming from deep within the forest and decided to check it out. As I got closer, the forest came alive. The tree branches seemed alive and were moving as if trying to grab me. In a panic, I started looking for a way back, but the path had disappeared. Gathering all my courage, I continued forward, hoping to find a way out.
Oh no, we made a mistake. We've been here before.
Suddenly, I stumbled upon a deep pit filled with water and saw a large bear heading towards it. I froze, not daring to breathe. While the bear drank, I slowly and quietly began to retreat. But one of the branches under my foot snapped, and the bear looked up, staring straight at me. My basket of mushrooms fell from my hands, and I ran. I dashed through the forest, avoiding branches, until I burst onto a familiar clearing where the path leading out of the forest began. My heart was pounding, but I kept running until I reached safety. When I finally emerged from the forest, I was exhausted, but happy to have avoided danger.
Very engaging story with an unexpected twist, Dobie. Thanks for sharing it with us. Well, we found another key and are hurrying to open the penultimate door. Let's hope everything's all right with the kittens.
I see him behind the glass wall. We need to figure out how to reach it.
It looks like we'll have to do some parkour on the rocks. By the way, it really reminds me of the floor is lava mode. Guys, be sure to check out the video about this mode on our channel.
I'd like to take this golden key and melt it down. It could fetch a pretty penny. Something tells me there's a spawn point here for a reason.
You're right, the evil dog ate us.
How I love my job. From the outside, it seems very difficult. To some extent, it is. But when the work is enjoyable for you, all the difficulties seem trivial. It's always fun when you have such a cool partner like you, Labrador.
Very kind words, Dobie, thank you. You're a great partner too. But it seems like this is the last kitten.
Old Mama Cat, never lose your kittens again. Our adventure is coming to an end.
Here we are, finally out of that dreadful place and having done another good deed. It feels so satisfying. Anyway, thanks to everyone for watching. Feel free to suggest more games for us to play in the comments. Like, subscribe, and check out our other videos. But for now, we won't say goodbye.
See you later.
Hello everyone, friends. We've been waiting for this escape for a long time. Today, we're going to escape from Krusty Krab.
But during our escape, we have an essential mission to help Plankton steal the secret Krabby Patty formula. This is very intriguing to me, as we've all always been curious about what Plankton is after.
Wow, here we are, meeting one of the main characters. Oops, I wanted him to lift us up with his spatula.
I can't wait to see the other characters from my favorite cartoon.
I think he's busy, that's why he doesn't notice us.
Now we are gonna jump right on my favorite fries.
There's Plankton, I think we need to go to him.
Looks like we need to jump on these balls.
Yes, let's do it.
Look, someone spilled some sauce up ahead. It will get in our way a bit, but it's not a problem.
Of course, we'll just jump over it.
Looks like we'll have to climb higher next.
The higher the better. We'll have a good view from there.
I like climbing higher and looking around. You feel like some kind of bird.
Yes, you captured my feelings well.
Who could have forgotten these knives here?
I think they were forgotten here a long time ago.
We need to go down again. Let's jump down.
Let's do it right now.
Woohoo, that was awesome.
Let's talk to Plankton again.
He knows what we need.
We just need to jump on these burgers to move forward.
I think so too. We can use them to reach that door. The main thing is not to fall off these burgers.
Our jumps need to be bigger. Otherwise, how would we jump over these burgers?
That's true. We're jumping very high.
With these jumps, we'll reach the door very quickly.
We're almost there. Just a little more and we'll reach the door.
Wow, holy cow, it's a giant burger that wants to steal us away.
What? Where are we? Did we get eaten by a giant Krabby Patty burger?
Looks like it. We need to get out of here quickly.
I think we need to be more careful here. Otherwise, we'll melt in the stomach of the giant Krabby Patty burger.
I agree with you, Dobie. I wouldn't want to melt here either.
See that red pipe? Looks like we should go there.
All right, let's head over there.
Wow, that's grand. From the scraps the Krabby Patty burger ate, such a huge obstacle course was formed.
We just need to get through it. Then I think everything will become clear.
Look at that giant hot dog. I love hot dogs so much. I wish I could eat it.
I think we shouldn't touch that sauce. It's better to jump over it.
Most likely, it's not sauce but lava or something similar, just camouflaged.
We quickly got past that hot dog. Let's continue at this pace and move forward.
Let's do it. I'm all for it. Looking at all this food makes me want to eat more and more.
Look, there's bacon on a fork up ahead. The giant Krabby Patty burger ate everything in sight, even things that shouldn't be eaten.
Yeah, if it were like us, it would have had indigestion a long time ago.
Once we get out, I think we should tell him that, or he'll keep eating everything he sees.
Right now, the main thing is not to fall into the boiling oil. I don't want to become a French fry.
Everyone loves French fries, but no one wants to get fried like French fries themselves.
What are these balls? I think we need to climb onto them.
Let's climb up. There's no other way around.
I think the obstacles ahead will be even more thrilling and challenging. We need to stay focused to overcome them.
Everything here is so yellow. It's as if even the walls are made of cheese.
Cheese is great. I love cheese and Krabby Patties. It's so delicious.
Look, there's that red pipe again. I think we should go there again.
Looks like this pipe leads to new challenges again.
Wow, now there are green walls here. It looks like it's all made of some kind of salad.
I think to avoid getting lost, we should follow the yellow road.
Look at that juicy French fry standing here. I would gladly eat it right now.
I wouldn't refuse some French fries right now either.
That's a long ladder, but we'll have to climb it.
It's very long. Such ladders are rarely made without a reason. They probably want to hide something from us.
I think they're hiding another red pipe from us that leads to more obstacles.
Maybe, but I still don't understand why they made this ladder so long.
It's almost the end. Let's find out what's there.
You were right, Labrador. It's another red pipe.
Look, it seems we'll have to jump over kebabs.
Wow, there's also a slippery floor there. This will be harder than I thought.
Even though the floor is slippery, it's not as difficult as I thought.
Looks like the next challenge is a giant downhill slide, like a big icy slope.
You're right, Dobie. This is indeed a giant downhill slope.
Wow, what speed? We're flying so fast.
It's really very fast.
What was that? Where are we?
I think we're in Mr. Krabs' office.
Looks like it, but how do we get out of here?
I think we'll need to open the safe.
Let's do that then. There's no other way out anyway.
To open the safe, we'll need to solve a puzzle. I think we can handle it quickly, especially since I'm an expert at this.
Ah, so there's nothing complicated here. We just need to cut the wires in the right sequence.
All right, let's do it.
The main thing here is not to make a mistake in the sequence.
All done? The safe is open?
Oh no, we're getting sucked in. Hang on, Labrador.
Phew, are we really inside the safe now?
Wow, it looks like it. There's so much money here.
Hey, Dobie, I just remembered when you and I first ended up in Bikini Bottom. Do you remember?
Of course I remember. It's impossible to forget something like that.
It was something. Dobie and I, ordinary sheriffs, suddenly found ourselves in the heart of Bikini Bottom.
We were just patrolling our town, and then, bang, and found themselves in a world underwater.
And then SpongeBob himself appeared in front of us. He told us about the problems with the treacherous squid.
And we, of course, could not pass by. SpongeBob and his friends needed help.
We got down to business. We chased the squid through the Bikini Bottom jungle like real heroes.
In the end, we caught this squid and brought peace and tranquility back to Bikini Bottom.
Phew, looks like we made it out of the Krusty Krab.
Looks like now we'll have to search for the formula at SpongeBob's house.
Let's hurry and get there.
Looks like we'll have to cross an obstacle-filled road to get to his house.
Let's run through it as fast as we can.
This obstacle course looks a lot like our training grounds for sheriff's deputies.
Yes, it's very similar. Remember how long and hard we trained there before our first outing as sheriffs?
Of course, I remember. That was a great time. I really loved that training ground.
And even earlier, we took our driving test there. That was a long time ago.
We did the best of everyone that time.
Oh, there's SpongeBob's house. We need to go inside.
Look, there's SpongeBob himself, selling unnecessary items.
Wow, we're inside SpongeBob's house. What should we do next?
I think we need to find the button that opens the closed door.
Yes, let's do that. Let's find this button.
First, we should check all the rooms where the door isn't locked.
Yes, let's go through this door on the side.
Oh, this is SpongeBob's kitchen. We should look around here.
Look, there's a button over there. We should probably press it.
Wow, another door just opened.
That's a secret passage. I think we should go in there.
Yes, let's go there. I think something more valuable awaits us.
Let's head towards the adventure quickly.
Let's do it.
Oh, look, this is SpongeBob's bedroom.
Be careful not to wake Gary. The formula might be in his shell.
Oh no, do we have to kill him?
I think we're almost there with the formula in our hands.
Yes, I can already see our future success.
Let's go ahead and climb into Gary's shell.
Oh, we're right inside Gary's shell. Let's do this quickly.
I'm eager to move on to new challenges too.
Let's slide down this hill. I think there's a way forward at the bottom.
Oh, I love these slides. They have such great speed.
That's a weak slide. I couldn't pick up much speed.
Yeah, it wasn't fast. But let's continue straight through this passage.
Oops, I got distracted by the cardboard boxes of food in Gary's stomach. How did he eat those?
He must have been very hungry.
The main thing is to jump carefully. We wouldn't want to be stuck here forever.
Everything will be fine. After all, you and I are top-class sheriffs.
Oh, look, Gary's slime. Just be careful not to fall into it.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to fall in there either. That slime is so slippery and gross.
What are these papers doing here? I think there's some important documents SpongeBob lost.
Oops, looks like it was a trick.
That's not fair. Why did the developer make them invisible?
Oh, what are these bones? Could this be Gary's spine?
It's kind of unsettling to realize that we're climbing over someone's bones.
I think he must have been ticklish just now. Oh no, just look at where we've ended up.
Ugh, not this. The worst thing that could have happened to us. All right, let's forget about it. I think the formula must be somewhere around here.
We need to be more careful ahead. The floor there is very slippery.
Phew, is this the exit? I hope I don't have nightmares about us falling into Gary's poop.
Oh, we made it out of Gary's shell. That wasn't easy.
Look, now Plankton is sitting and reading the formula right inside Gary's shell.
It seems like we've won. We found the formula after many trials and challenges.
Yes, it was an unforgettable adventure.
Stay here because we're moving on.
Hello, friends. It's me again, Sheriff Labrador, and today we have a special episode.
Hi, everyone. Yes, Sheriff Labrador, I am already excited.
Together with my loyal partner, Sheriff Dobie, we will tell you about the most beautiful and challenging mode in Roblox, Escape the Carnival of Terror Obby.
This mode is simply incredible. You enter a mysterious and eerie carnival full of dangers and unexpected twists.
Let's start from the very beginning. As soon as you enter the game, you are greeted by a spooky carnival lit only by dim lanterns. Dangerous traps and evil ghost clowns patrolling the area are scattered everywhere. Your task is to avoid them at all costs.
Exactly. The first stage is a maze of inflatable castles. You need to be very careful and quick not to fall into the clown's hands. I advise you to watch your step carefully to avoid the traps.
Yes, and that's just the beginning. Next, you will face the mirror room, where it is easy to get lost. The main thing here is to remember the path and not to panic. Mirrors can be deceiving, so don't let them confuse you.
And don't forget about the Ferris wheel. It looks beautiful, but inside it is full of dangerous mechanisms. You need to be very attentive and not stop, so you don't end up in a trap.
We need to go through these rusty pipes. Oh no, the fire touched us. We'll have to start over. And of course, we can't forget about the final part, the escape through the horror attraction. This is the most challenging part where you will have to use all your skills and agility to reach the exit.
Friends, this mode is truly amazing. It is not only challenging, but also incredibly beautiful. We are sure you will love it. We are now in the very heart of the Carnival of Horrors, in the house of the Clownity. Just look at this grim place. We have to complete a parkour over old stinky pipes, and below us lies an abyss.
Yes, this is really frightening. The stinky pipes are not just a test of our agility, but also a true test of endurance. The foul smell is awful, but we need to focus and move forward.
Watch your step, Sheriff Labrador. If we slip, we'll fall into that bottomless pit. We need to be extremely careful and watch every step we take. Let's take this slowly and steadily.
Good plan, Sheriff Dobie. Do you see that narrow pipe ahead? We need to jump onto it and then move along the wall. The key is not to rush and to maintain our balance.
Great, I'm ready. Go ahead, Labrador, you first. I'll cover you. This is probably one of the toughest stages in this mode, but we'll make it, right?
Of course, Dobie. We're a team. Okay, one jump, then another. Carefully. Got it. Now it's your turn, Dobie.
Got it. I'm coming. One jump, another. Yes, I did it. Now we need to walk along this narrow pipe. It's slippery, so hold on tight.
Now we are in the scariest part, the torture room. There are saws everywhere, and we need to somehow make our way through this madness and get outside, where the clown's amusement park awaits us.
Yes, this is a real nightmare. These saws spin so fast that one mistake could cost us our lives. We need to move very carefully and precisely time our actions.
Look, Dobie, the saws move in a specific pattern. If you watch closely, you can catch the moment when they stop for a split second. That's when we need to dash through.
I made it through too. Can't you see me? Wow, look at this beautiful amusement park. The Ferris wheel, roller coasters, and so much more.
We're now running away from the scariest clown in this carnival. He wants to turn us into his dolls, and we urgently need to find a way to escape. Look, ahead of us is the Ferris wheel. That's our chance to get out.
Up, up! The clown is still behind us. Let's go, Labrador. We can do this.
Yes, we're at the top. What a view! From here we can see the entire carnival. The clown won't catch us here.
Phew, that was intense. But we did it, Labrador. Now we're safe.
Guys, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give us likes. It's the best gift from you that each of you can give us.
For subscribing, I'll tell you a secret story. Our adventure began when we received an urgent call to the amusement park. Who would have thought that a giant dinosaur would appear in this creepy carnival and start wreaking havoc?
Yes, when we arrived, the scene was just terrible. The dinosaur knocked over the Ferris wheel, and it started rolling towards the sea. We realized that if it wasn't stopped, there would be big problems.
The first thing we did was try to get the dinosaur's attention so it would stop destroying the park. Labrador, do you remember how we used loud noises to distract it?
Of course, Dobie. We started sounding sirens and launching fireworks. It worked, and the dinosaur temporarily stopped. This gave us some time to figure out how to stop the Ferris wheel.
The wheel was almost at the sea when we realized we could use construction cranes to hold it back. We quickly climbed the nearest cranes and started moving them towards the wheel.
It was tough, but we made it in time. We stopped the wheel, and it ceased rolling. Meanwhile, the dinosaur started moving towards us again.
We knew we had to act quickly. While Labrador was dealing with the wheel, I went to find a way to calm the dinosaur. I found a big net and some strong tranquilizers. Just in time, we managed to sedate the dinosaur before it could start destroying everything again.
It was a real team effort. We saved the amusement park and prevented a huge disaster. Friends, always remember that in such situations, coordinated work and quick thinking are crucial.
Yes, Labrador, we did it! Friends, if you liked our story, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We are always ready for new adventures in the world of Roblox and are happy to share them with you.
Whoa, Dobie, this portal has teleported us to a new location. A volcano is erupting around us and lava is flowing beneath us. This is insane.
Yes, Labrador, this looks very dangerous. We have to be extremely careful. Look, there are many fire traps and challenging parkour ahead. We need to be quick and precise in our movements.
Right, Dobie. Let's start by carefully observing the trajectory of these fire traps. We need to understand when they activate so we can dash through between the bursts.
Look, The first trap activates every 5 seconds. We have to wait for the right moment and quickly dash through. Ready?
Ready. 1, 2, 3. Now. Great, I made it. Your turn, Dobby.
Here I go. Now! Who made it? Look, ahead is a narrow bridge over the lava. It looks very fragile, so we need to move slowly and carefully.
Keep your balance, Dobby. Look straight ahead and don't look down. We can make it if we're careful. One step at a time. Great, we're almost to the other side.
We did it, but there's another big fire trap ahead. We need to wait for the right moment again and dash through quickly.
Right, let's focus. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Now. Whew, that was close, but we did it. Next, we need to jump over the lava flows.
Labrador, look, these platforms are moving. We need to time our jumps correctly to avoid landing in the lava. I'll jump first. Now! Great! I'm on the platform. Your turn.
Hey, here I come. Jump. Made it. We're doing great, Dobby. Just a few more jumps and we'll reach a safe place.
Come on, Labrador. Just a bit more. Jump. And another. Yes, we did it. We made it through all the fire traps and parkour.
Wow, do you see how beautiful and spooky it is here? It looks like someone is having a party. So, shall we go to their house? This clown hasn't had enough of us yet, and now we're going to play some mini games from him. Wish us luck, subscribers. Dobby, remember the story about the clown park? Recently, we were called to the clown park. There were rumors that everyone who visited the clown's room disappeared without a trace. We decided to investigate.
Yes, Labrador. Those rumors were too strange to ignore. When we entered the park, the atmosphere immediately felt sinister, especially that clown room.
Exactly, Dobby. The entrance to the room was decorated with rusty chains and cracked masks that seemed to watch our every move. We immediately felt that something was very wrong here.
Inside, it was even worse. The walls were covered with faded posters of circus performances that looked like they came from an old nightmare. The air was thick with the smell of mold and decay.
Agreed. There were dolls scattered haphazardly on the floor, looking like they had been thrown in a hurry. And the walls had strange stains that resembled dried blood.
And those eerie clown paintings on the walls. They were painted with such creepy precision that it felt like the clowns were about to come to life. In the corner of the room, we found a huge chest labeled toys. But when we opened it...
Yes, inside were old tattered clown costumes and wigs. And one more thing. A small diary where someone had detailed the disappearances. It was horrifying.
Reading those entries was chilling. They described how the clown lured his victims by offering them a special performance. But none of them ever returned. We knew we had to be extremely careful.
We continued to search the room and found a hidden door behind one of the posters. Behind it was a narrow corridor leading into the darkness. We decided we had to find out what was down there.
The corridor led us to a massive door, which we found out was the dressing room.
It seems this is where the clown turned people into his friends, applying makeup to make them unrecognizable. This explains why no one ever returned. Those who left this room were completely transformed. Even their close friends and family couldn't recognize them. This is pure madness. I'm really nervous too. You never know what's waiting around the next corner, but I think this ramp might be our way out of this level.
Hold on, Labrador. We're taking off. Oh no, what is this darkness?
Hooray! We made it through this level. Thanks for being with us. Stay tuned. Hello everyone. Today we will be playing Disaster Island Survival.
Everything is correct, Sheriff Labrador. We are about to face several catastrophes. We will test our resilience and learn how to act in such situations.
As you could see in the distance, there is an island where we will find ourselves in a few moments, and we will strive to remain calm in order to make clear decisions.
We have spawned. It seems to be a large cottage, and there are even villas on the beach.
And palm trees. We need to grab a couple of coconuts just in case there is a zombie apocalypse and we need to survive in a bunker.
I don't think we will face such a tough challenge right away. First, there should be a catastrophe, not survival.
Just look at this. There is even an elevator. It's a very luxurious cottage. I would stay here for a couple of weeks.
You know, it would be too much space for just the two of us and quite boring as well. I would invite all our friends.
I agree with you on that. We would have a great time here. But it seems the catastrophe is starting. It looks like there will be a heavy rain.
I'm afraid this is a sign that a flood is coming. We need to get as high as possible.
One moment, I want to confirm our suspicions. What if it's just a heavy rain?
No, it's very clear how quickly the water is covering everything on the ground.
I see the highest spot on this map. Let's climb up there.
Looks like we made it to the highest point, Labrador, just in time too. The water's rising fast.
Yeah, but it's getting crowded up here. We need to be careful. One wrong move and we could be knocked right into the water.
I know. If we fall in, we'll get soaked. And with this cold wind, we'll be shivering in no time. Not to mention the risk of getting sick.
Let's stay close to the center and keep our eyes open. If anyone gets too close, we'll politely remind them to give us some space.
Look, it seems the water has stopped rising. Maybe we can go a bit lower. It's safer there.
Good idea. There, we won't be crowded with others.
Look where the guy in the elevator went. He's going to drown.
Oh no, it looks like the water jammed the elevator's electronics and it's sinking. Poor guy.
Oh no! Someone pushed us into the water. Now our paws are wet. Why didn't we go to a deserted place like I said?
Hooray, buddy! We survived our first catastrophe. Now we know we need to be careful in crowds and always stay higher up.
All right, it looks like this is the Roblox office. Let's take the elevator to the top floor.
Oops, I hope that wasn't us who broke it. There will be a lot of people in the elevator now. We need to quickly press the button so they won't be able to get in.
Guys, you can't jump in the elevator or it might stop and you'll have to wait for the repairman.
I wonder if the guys who didn't get in the elevator with us will be able to escape the catastrophe. What if there's an earthquake now and we'll be in a disadvantageous position?
Someone didn't manage to get out of the elevator and they went down.
Judging by the warning, there's going to be a tsunami, so we were right to climb as high as possible. Great.
I wonder whose workspace is right in front of the elevator. It's not convenient, and the sounds of the moving elevator will be disturbing.
2 antennas. Let's climb up to the highest one.
I don't think there's a need to climb so high. And besides, there's a very high chance of falling and breaking into pieces up there.
Don't worry, Dobie. You remember that I'm a born parkourist.
Of course I remember. Here comes a giant wave. Let's tell the guys how you realized that parkour was for you and how you trained for it.
Of course. Back in the distant past, when I was still in school, I couldn't even imagine that parkour would become my calling. At that time, I was just an ordinary boy who spent more time with textbooks than outside.
Yes, but you always showed interest in physical activity. Do you remember how we often played games in the yard that involved running and jumping?
Of course I remember, but parkour, it was something completely new to me.
Hooray, we've overcome another catastrophe.
Oh, right, where did I leave off? It all started by chance. One day, I saw a guy on the street effortlessly overcoming obstacles, as if dancing with them. I really liked it, so I decided to give it a try.
And how did it go?
Well, at first, it wasn't easy. I often fell and got bruises, but I didn't give up. I wanted to get better, so I kept training. Every day, I went out and jumped over railings, ran on roofs, and looked for new ways to move.
And eventually, you became a true master of parkour.
Yes, it was a long journey, but I realized that parkour is not just a sport, it's a way of life. It's about freedom, creativity, and self-confidence. And when I became sheriff, these qualities helped me in my work.
You're right, Labrador. Your experience in parkour has made you even more effective and flexible in fighting crime.
It looks like we're near an erupting volcano. Why would anyone build something close to a volcano? It's so dangerous.
Let's hope that the bubbling lava won't come flying at us directly in the face. Probably to prevent that from happening, we should move further away.
For example, we could squeeze in here between the containers, although it's very narrow and probably hard to breathe.
Then we should look around and find a better option. We could also try to hide in a house. At least there's a roof there.
Well, let's give it a try. The main thing is to have a good reaction in case the lava starts melting the wall and floor and flies towards us.
Labrador, let's talk about lava.
Okay. You know, Dobie, lava is such a fascinating and at the same time terrifying natural phenomenon.
Absolutely, Lab. Lava is both beautiful and deadly. It's amazing how something so destructive can also create new land.
Right? The sheer heat of it is incredible. Did you know that lava can reach temperatures of over 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit?
That's scorching. It's hard to imagine something that hot, and the way it flows, almost like a slow-moving river, but with the potential to obliterate everything in its path.
It's a powerful reminder of the Earth's inner forces. I read somewhere that lava comes from the mantle, which is a part of the Earth that we'll never see, but it influences so much of what happens on the surface.
Yeah, and when it cools, it forms new rocks and even entire islands. It's like nature's way of recycling and renewing itself. It's hard to believe that all of this was created over time. Evolution is an amazing thing.
While we were talking about lava, we survived the catastrophe. So it looks like this place sells cars. As usual, let's take the elevator to the top floor.
I hear the sounds of breaking glass. I don't understand why they're breaking it. It could have protected us during a catastrophe.
In a few seconds, we'll find out what kind of catastrophe we'll be facing. In the meantime, we can explore the building.
Wow, there's a car. Let's try to take it for a ride.
Let's try it. Just make sure we get in faster than that guy.
We did it. We can go. Oh no, an earthquake. We need to get out of here quickly.
My God, the wheel came off out of nowhere. How are we going to leave from here?
Let's try to get into the elevator. Maybe we can still escape from here.
What? Ouch! The ceiling collapsed on us. I'm hitting the gas as hard as I can.
Come on, elevator. Why aren't you moving?
We made it. Now we'll escape.
Why is it so slow?
Half of the building has already collapsed.
No, our car completely fell apart. What a pity. I really wanted to drive around the streets.
I can't get out. For some reason, I'm being pushed back. It's probably the 9.0 earthquake.
We made it out, but unfortunately, our car didn't survive.
Let's tell the guys the story of how we saved the city from destruction. It was an ordinary day in our quiet town when suddenly everything changed. The ground started shaking, houses were cracking at the seams, and panic filled the streets. Dobie and I, the sheriffs of this town, immediately knew we were dealing with something unusual.
We quickly gathered the people to find out what was happening, but I had my suspicions.
Yes, Dobie suspected it wasn't a simple earthquake. While he talked to the residents, I went to the scientific center on the outskirts of town. There, learning from the scientists that they were conducting experiments with earthquakes, I realized the cause was human intervention.
We couldn't allow this experiment to lead to a catastrophe. Together with Lab, we developed a plan of action. We had to stop the earthquake and save the city.
After evacuating people from the danger zone, we started taking action. The scientific team helped us develop methods to minimize the consequences of the experiment and soften the blow.
Through our combined efforts, we managed to prevent further destruction and save our city from disaster. It was a real challenge, but we did it together, Labrador, and the city is grateful to us for that.
Meanwhile, we're riding up the mountain on a ski lift. It's a shame we didn't bring skis.
I noticed that the wind is very strong and we're swaying. I hope we're strapped in. I'm not very fond of heights either.
Oh no, the acid rain has started. We need to urgently take cover under a roof.
It's too small a house. I don't think it will withstand the acid for long. Let's move to the neighboring large house.
I agree with you. A wall has already been blown away. Let's run.
We need to think through our actions a bit to anticipate all the consequences and prevent failure.
Horror, she didn't make it in time.
It's good that we have a small supply of health-restoring provisions in our bag.
By the way, there was once acid rain in our city too. Let's tell how it was. It was one of those days when everything around seemed calm until this nightmare began. The sky turned dark and acid rain started falling on the streets. The townsfolk were in panic, and we, Sheriffs Dobie and I, realized we needed to act urgently.
First, we had to calm the people down and organize the evacuation of those in danger zones. But then we decided to find out the cause of this nightmare.
And we were shocked to learn that it was all caused by a mad scientist conducting weather experiments. He accidentally triggered this acid rain and couldn't stop it.
We realized we had no time for deliberation. We needed to act fast to save the city. We assembled a team of rescuers and headed to the scene.
We devised a plan to stop the rain and clean the air from acid fumes. It was dangerous, but we had to take risks.
With the help of special devices and chemical agents, we managed to neutralize the acid precipitation and prevent further destruction.
Great, we've even survived this catastrophe.
It was great fun, Labrador.
Yeah.
Well, folks, our video is coming to an end, which means it's time to remind you to like and subscribe to the channel. If you want to see the second episode of this Roblox place, let us know in the comments.
Hey everyone, this is already the second part of our escape from the running heads.
Hey, hello again, everyone. Be sure to watch the first part of our video if you haven't seen it yet.
Now we're on stage 6. As you can see, we're in some kind of dark house.
It's very gloomy here. Good thing we have a flashlight with us.
We're sheriffs, so let's move further down this dark corridor.
Oh, look, a running head just appeared. I hope it didn't notice us.
It's very dumb and slow. We'll easily escape from it.
These heads are everywhere, but I don't think they pose a threat to us.
Yes, Dobie. We've been trained for much tougher situations in sheriff training.
Wow, what's a giant soccer ball doing here? Are they playing soccer here while no one's around?
Where do you think these heads came from?
I think they were brought here by aliens on UFOs.
Maybe they came here by themselves? It looks like they belong to some ancient species that we haven't seen yet.
They're very creepy, that's for sure. And those eyes, they seem to follow you wherever you wanted to go. Oh no, it was a trap. We should have anticipated that.
I agree. We need to think ahead. But that trap wasn't visible there. And those pink lips, why do they need this weird makeup? I got goosebumps on my skin. We'd better keep an eye on them. There may be problems if they start wandering around the city.
Look, we've moved on to a new stage. If we keep moving at this speed, we'll get out of here very soon.
Oh, did you notice how cool this stage is? It's like we're playing an old 2D game. I loved playing 2D games as a kid.
I enjoyed playing them too. I've completed a lot of games back in the day. For example, Super Mario.
Guys, you all remember who's the best parkourist in town, right? My skills will help us breeze through this stage quickly.
Actually, while I was helping you learn, my skills were also improving. So now we're about at the same level.
That's awesome, Dobie. Together, we can focus our strengths on one problem.
Let's pick up the pace here.
Wow, what's that giant two-headed monster?
Oh no, we fell into their trap again. We should have jumped over them from above.
No worries, Dobie. Let's just think more carefully from now on.
Safety is my middle name. You can count on me.
We need to be more careful here. They can easily reach us.
They won't catch us. After all, we're sheriffs who are very good at our job.
Oh, look, it's turned into a maze here. The main thing is not to get lost in it.
Of course, we won't get lost here.
I don't trust this arrow. Let's go the other way.
Oh no, it's another cleverly planned trap. We should have followed that arrow.
No, Dobie, there's a trap there too. I saw another passage here.
Then lead us to that passage. Hopefully now, everything will be safe.
See, I told you so.
Let's move faster and progress quickly. I'm getting tired of this 2D world already.
I think we're almost there, so let's push a little harder.
Oh, could this road lead to the exit? I hope there are no elaborate traps on it.
You're right, Dobie. I can already see the exit to the next level.
Oh yes, we're back in the 3D world, but now it's very cold here, and there are lots of these heads around.
Guys, write in the comments if it's snowing where you are this winter or not.
I really like winter. I enjoy playing snowball fights and building snowmen.
Playing snowball fights with you is always fun, Dobie. I hope we can play together again sometime.
Oh, look, this game is just like the one from Squid Game. I hope we don't fall into the abyss.
It's getting harder and harder to move through the snow. I think it would be better if it melted right now.
I agree with you, even though I love the snow. But a miracle won't happen.
Oh no, that head caught us again. I think we need to watch more carefully where we're going.
We have to overcome all these challenges through the hard and loose snow. So let's not get discouraged.
Dobie, I was thinking about something. Have you ever thought about the benefits that video games give us?
Of course, Labrador. I think there are many benefits to games. They not only entertain, but also develop skills. Take strategic games, for example. They help improve our logical thinking and planning skills.
That's right. And I've noticed that puzzle games help train the brain, improving our cognitive abilities and memory. And they also help train our reflexes.
I agree. Another thing I like is that many games promote social interactions. In online games, you can chat with friends or even make new acquaintances.
Exactly, especially in team games, where communication and coordination are important. This can help develop teamwork skills and leadership qualities.
Look, the exit to the next level is already here.
Wow, we've landed in space on some unknown planet.
I've never been to other planets before, and I didn't think I'd be so lucky this time.
This planet is so strange. It's all covered in some kind of jelly. I hope we don't fall into it.
I don't want to bathe in that jelly either. It's so gross, slimy, and slippery.
It seems to me that this planet wasn't originally like this. It looks too unnatural. I think those heads transformed the planet into a testing ground.
That's not a bad guess. Perhaps that's exactly what happened.
It's getting a bit warm here. I think it's because we're closer to the sun than on Earth.
Our next challenge looks very difficult, but I hope we can handle it.
Of course, we're super cool sheriffs after all.
Phew, that was close. We almost fell, and that head almost caught us.
Wow, we're really lucky, aren't we? Today, luck is on our side.
Luck is always good to have. If you believe in luck, it will always be with you.
Sure, since it's so hot here, let's remember the story of how we saved the city from the heat.
Of course, it's a very exciting story.
It was a scorching summer day, the kind that made you long for shade and a cool breeze. But instead of relief, we found ourselves facing a crisis that threatened our town like never before. Temperatures soared to unprecedented heights, and crops withered in the fields. People were collapsing from heat exhaustion, and our lakes were drying up. It was clear. Global warming had hit us hard and fast.
As sheriffs of our beloved town, Labrador and I knew we couldn't sit idly by. We had to act, and act quickly. Our first step was to rally the community, urging everyone to conserve water and electricity. But we knew we needed more than just conservation to save our town.
We dug deep into research, reaching out to scientists and experts who confirmed our worst fears. Unless drastic measures were taken, our town would become uninhabitable. But amid the despair, we found hope.
We devised a bold plan to combat the rising temperatures. With the help of engineers and volunteers, we planted thousands of trees around the town to create natural shade and absorb carbon dioxide. It was a monumental effort, but we couldn't afford to fail.
Simultaneously, we launched a campaign to install solar panels on every public building and encourage households to switch to renewable energy sources. The sun, once our foe, became our ally in generating clean power.
Oh, while we were telling our story, we managed to advance to the next level.
I didn't notice that either. Let's finish telling our story now.
It wasn't easy. There were setbacks and doubts along the way, but our community rallied together like never before. People volunteered their time and resources, businesses adapted their practices, and schools educated the next generation about the importance of sustainability.
Months passed, and slowly but surely, we began to see the effects of our efforts. Temperatures stabilized, and the greenery we planted started to flourish. Our lakes filled up again, and the air felt cleaner. We had fought back against global warming and won.
Looking back, it wasn't just about saving our town. It was about proving that when a community comes together with determination and a shared goal, anything is possible. Our town stands today as a beacon of resilience and hope in the face of climate change. And Labrador and I couldn't be prouder to have led our community through this challenging but ultimately triumphant chapter.
With this story, I didn't even notice that we were navigating through an obstacle course in the air.
Oh, I didn't notice that either. The main thing is not to fall down.
We can't just fall on our own. It's only if we get hit by traps set by those heads.
Yes, those traps can be surprisingly complex sometimes.
I think they spent years developing those traps. They've honed them so well on others that now we're facing quite a challenge.
Wow, we're jumping on clouds. They're so soft.
If only all beds were that soft.
Ah, why did you have to remind me about beds? I would gladly lie down on a comfy bed right now.
Oh, look, we're already approaching the next level.
Let's go quickly.
Oh, we're on a new level again, and now we're riding bicycles.
I love bicycles too. Even though they require physical effort, I enjoy the process.
We're really speeding up. I've never ridden a bicycle this fast before.
I've only ridden this fast on a motorcycle before, but now on a bicycle too. It's a very unique experience.
Here, we need to ride very carefully, or else those heads will crash into us.
Labrador, let's talk about something interesting.
I've been thinking about our town's transportation. Do you think it's time to upgrade our old school rideshare system?
Oh, hold on with such interesting topics. We got swept away by an air current. We need to be more careful.
All right, let's continue.
It could be a good idea, Labrador. Those classic rideshares have their charm, but maybe it's time for electric scooters or bikes. They're eco-friendly and great for short trips.
Electric scooters, huh? They're fast and convenient for zipping around town. Plus, they're popular with the younger crowd.
Exactly. And bikes are versatile too. They could help reduce traffic congestion and promote healthier living. What do you think about adding bike lanes?
Bike lanes could be a game changer, Dobie. It would make commuting safer and encourage more people to pedal to work or run errands.
Autonomous shuttles could be a hit, Labrador. They're safe and could provide convenient transportation for tourists and locals alike.
It's all about balancing tradition with progress, Dobie. Let's gather some community input and see what options they'd support.
Agreed, Labrador. Finding the right mix of modern and sustainable transportation options could really improve our town's mobility and appeal.
I think we can consider that we've escaped from those heads now.
I agree. Let's move on to the next place. Hello again, dear friends. As you can see, Mr. Krabs is right behind us, which means we're about to make a daring escape from him.
Good day, guys. Dobie is right. Mr. Krabs has locked us up in this cage because we helped Plankton steal the secret Krabby Patty formula in one of the previous episodes. Be sure to check it out after watching this one. Now let's move forward towards our goal.
As per tradition, to escape from the cage, we need to go through the ventilation shaft. I don't even know why the creators of prisons haven't fixed this oversight yet.
As far as I know, the cells in our police station have very good security measures, so we don't have to worry about that.
No one has ever escaped from our prison because the best sheriffs in the city are on guard.
Oh, look, he's right in front of us, but fortunately he's facing away. I think it's the perfect time to run to the button.
Oh no, he noticed us. Wow, it's Squidward. He seems pretty sad. I think he's not too happy about having to side with Mr. Krabs.
Look, SpongeBob and Patrick are in that cage. Did he lock them up too? But why?
Strange. They didn't help us steal the secret formula. I think he locked them up because they failed to stop us.
Maybe, but we'll definitely rescue them once we find a way to escape from here.
Look down. There are tables just like in the Krusty Krab. I didn't even notice that this prison is styled like it. Mr. Krabs has definitely gone mad.
Oops, we ended up in the men's restroom. I hope there won't be any awkward situations.
By the way, your words reminded me of a funny incident. In our school, something completely unusual happened. And of course, we couldn't avoid it. I remember one day we learned that the women's restroom was out of order. At first, it seemed like just an inconvenience, but then we realized that the situation had reached epic proportions.
Yes, Dobie, it was total chaos. At first, no one knew how to react. Women and girls started using the men's room, and we were, of course, shocked by what was happening.
Yes, and it was on that very day that we had a math test. Imagine sitting through an exam while constantly hearing discussions about how to fix the restroom situation.
And that's not all. Random people started coming into the restroom, which was in shock because there were so many women. Sometimes, the funniest things happened. I remember one of our classmates walked in and found a group of girls discussing how hard it was to find a free spot.
And I saw how one day the gym teacher came into the men's room and all the boys just froze in shock. She didn't immediately realize what had happened, but then with a smile, she walked out and said it must be a new form of training for us.
Yes, and there were moments when some of our friends started carrying signs in the classrooms labeled men's and women's restroom to help others navigate.
Or, for example, one time a guy ended up in the women's restroom, mistaking the sign and thinking it was a perfect place to relax. His face was a picture of confusion when he realized he was surrounded by the sound of female laughter.
Of course, there were also moments when someone mistakenly entered the wrong restroom. Like, once I saw our principal trying to enter the men's room, only to quickly retreat after realizing the mistake, which was quite amusing.
Funny, but eventually, we all got used to the situation. In the end, the repairs were completed and we went back to normal life. But that time left us with a lot of memories and funny stories that we will be sharing for a long time.
I really enjoy sharing stories from our experiences with everyone. This time, let's talk about how we saved the city from the attack of a giant skunk. Oh, that was one of the most thrilling adventures, Dobie. I remember how we found out about the giant skunk that was heading toward our city. It was incredible.
Yes, Labrador. The giant skunk was not only huge, but also incredibly aggressive. We got the information from local researchers who spotted it in the nearby forest and immediately alerted us to the impending threat.
At first, it was hard to believe that something like this could really happen. But when the skunk started approaching the city, everyone realized we needed to act. We quickly organized a team and began developing a plan.
We knew that the skunk would use its spray as a weapon. It was dangerous because the smell was so strong it could cause real panic attacks in people and animals. So we decided we needed to come up with something to neutralize the smell.
First, we went to the lab to create a special spray to neutralize the odor. We used all possible chemical compounds and substances to develop an effective solution. It was a real challenge, but our scientists managed to get it right.
When the spray was ready, we set up a plan for its use. We assigned teams to strategically important points in the city and waited for the skunk to appear. The task was not easy. We had to get close enough to use the spray, but not too close to get hit by its attacking smell.
The skunk approached the city in the evening when the darkness helped conceal our actions. We deployed the spray and began neutralizing the odor. It was a tense time because the skunk kept coming toward us and we needed to act quickly.
When we finally got close enough to apply the spray, the effect was immediate. The smell became less intense, and the skunk started losing its aggression. We used additional measures to distract it and guide it to a safe location.
In the end, we managed to handle the situation. The skunk was redirected to a remote area where it could no longer threaten the city. All the residents were thrilled with our success, and we received recognition for our work.
It was truly a big test, but we succeeded thanks to teamwork and quick response. We proved that we are ready for any challenges that might arise.
Exactly, Dobie. And this story became one of the most memorable in our experience. We managed to save the city from a threat and make it safe for everyone.
Remember, Labrador, how much we loved watching SpongeBob when we were kids? It was one of our favorite cartoons.
Of course, Dobie. I remember how we eagerly awaited each new episode. I especially love Patrick. His silliness always made me laugh.
And I always liked Squidward. He was so sarcastic and grumpy, but there was something funny about it. Sometimes I felt like Squidward, especially when everyone around was too noisy.
Oh, and how about Mr. Krabs? His greed and attempts to make more money were so comical. Plus, his eternal rivalry with Plankton. That's classic.
Yeah, and of course, SpongeBob himself. His boundless energy and optimism always lifted my spirits. And his job at the Krusty Krab, where he made Krabby Patties, was just iconic.
Do you remember when we decided to make our own Krabby Patty? We had this whole culinary adventure in the kitchen. Our Krabby Patties ended up looking more like strange sandwiches, but it was so much fun.
Yeah, that was a blast. And once we tried to reenact the episode where SpongeBob and Patrick played pirates. We built a fort out of blankets and pillows and pretended we were on a ship in the open sea. It was unforgettable.
Or how we tried to make a jellyfish net like SpongeBob's. We grabbed old nets and ran outside to catch imaginary jellyfish. The neighbors probably thought we were crazy, but we had so much fun.
Ah, childhood was such a wonderful time. These memories of SpongeBob and our adventures will always be special to me.
I agree. Even now, when I see an episode of SpongeBob, it still brings a smile to my face. That cartoon really was and still is a part of our childhood.
Meanwhile, while we were sharing our thoughts about this wonderful cartoon, we managed to defeat the mini-boss, the prison chef, SpongeBob.
I never doubted we could do it. Besides, he somehow got stuck in place and couldn't move. But let's forget about that because soon we'll be facing the main boss of this prison head on.
But before that, I want to ask you guys to give us a like and comment below on what games you'd like to see on our channel.
Yeah, we'd really appreciate it. Now let's focus on not getting hit by the laser with our tails.
It's always been interesting to learn how lasers work. It's like a mini lamp, but much more focused and powerful.
As far as I know, there are even lasers used in manufacturing various things. They're so powerful that they can cut through metal. That's amazing.
It would be interesting to study that further, but we'll do it after our escape. I can already feel that the main event is approaching.
You're right. Based on similar prisons, the final boss is likely right behind this wall.
I'm eagerly anticipating our victory. I'm confident we'll manage it. Just remember to act coordinated and confidently.
And here it is, the giant robot suit of Mr. Krabs. Let's get started.
Let's do this. Stay sharp, and remember, we need to focus on the weak points.
Good call. We need to target the shoulders to disable his bazooka arms. Let's focus our fire there.
Got it. I'll aim for the left shoulder. You take the right. We need to be quick and precise. Let's take him down.
Imagine if we had 2 bazookas and 2 mice. This would be over in no time. But no worries, his HP is almost depleted.
Absolutely. We're almost there. Let's give it our all and finish this.
Let's go. We're almost at the goal. Just a few more shots.
Hooray! We did it.
That means we understood correctly that we needed to shoot the arms.
Now Patrick and SpongeBob can leave their cells and walk free with peace of mind.
I'm very glad that our actions helped others. That's exactly what our work is all about.
All that's left is to drive off in this police van to the distant desert. Time to wrap up our adventure. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and check out our other videos. And we're not saying goodbye. See you soon.